Before you invest a single dollar, you have to make one decision that most people get completely wrong. Not which stock to buy, not which ETF to pick, not when to enter the market, which platform to put your money on. Because the wrong platform does not just cost you in fees, although it absolutely does that. It costs you in trust, in confusion, in the specific kind of overwhelm that makes people close the app and never come back. And the right platform, the one that actually fits how you invest and what you need, removes almost every barrier between you and the wealth you are trying to build. Most people pick a platform the same way they pick a restaurant they have never been to. They go with whatever came up first, whatever a friend mentioned once, whatever had the best app icon. That is a $50,000 mistake over a decade. This video fixes that. Let me tell you about Mia. Mia is 26. She finally decided to start investing. She did her research, watched the videos, understood index funds, knew she wanted a TFSA. She was ready. She opened an account on a platform she had seen advertised a few times. It looked professional. The interface was clean. She felt good about it. She transferred $500, tried to buy an ETF, and then hit a wall. The platform charged a $9.99 commission per trade. She did not know that. Her $500 investment was already $9.99 poorer before she bought a single share. Then she noticed the platform had limited ETF options. The low-cost all-in-one funds she had researched were not available. She could find them, but only through a more complicated process she did not fully understand. She bought something. She was not entirely sure what. 3 months later, she checked her account and realized she had purchased a fund with a management fee of 1.8% annually, not the 0.2% she had read about. The difference sounds small. Over 30 years on a growing portfolio, it is not small. It is potentially tens of thousands of dollars. She was not scammed. The platform was legitimate. She just chose it without knowing what to look for. And the things she did not know to look for are quietly costing her every single month. And will keep costing her every year she stays on the wrong platform without realizing it. Choosing an investing platform is like choosing the engine room of a ship. Most passengers never see the engine room. They see the deck, the view, the amenities. They pick the ship that looks best from the outside. But the engine room is what determines how far the ship goes, how much fuel it burns getting there, and whether it gets you to your destination at all. Your investing platform is the engine room of your wealth-building journey. Choose the wrong one, and you are burning extra fuel. In fees, in friction, in missed options, every single month for potentially decades. Choose the right one, and everything runs efficiently in the background while you get on with your life. There are 6 things that actually matter when choosing a platform. Not the logo, not the influencer who promoted it, not the sign-up bonus. These 6 things. And understanding each one will protect you from the most common and most expensive platform mistakes beginners make. The 6 things, 4 to 8:30. Thing 1, regulation and safety. The non-negotiable. Before anything else, before fees, before features, before the app design, you need to know that the platform is regulated by the relevant financial authority in your country. Regulation means the platform is legally required to follow rules about how your money is held, segregated from the company's own funds, and protected if the company faces financial difficulty. In Canada, look for platforms registered with IIROC, Investment Industry Regulatory Organization of Canada, or operating under a registered dealer, with CIPF protection covering up to $1 million of eligible assets. In the UK, look for FCA registration and FSCS protection, up to £85,000. In the US, look for FINRA membership and SIPC protection, up to $500,000. In Australia, look for ASIC licensing. In most countries, a legitimate investing platform will display its regulatory registration prominently. If you cannot find it quickly, That is information. Do not invest on an unregulated platform, regardless of how good the returns look or how convincing the marketing is. This is the category where people lose everything. Not their gains, everything. Regulation first, always. Thing 2. Account types available. Does the platform offer the tax-advantaged accounts relevant to your country? In Canada, does it offer a TFSA and RRSP? These are the two most powerful investment structures available to Canadian investors. A platform that only offers a general investment account means you are missing the tax-free growth that should be the foundation of your strategy. In the UK, does it offer an ISA? Specifically, a stocks and shares ISA. In the US, does it offer a Roth IRA and traditional IRA alongside a standard brokerage account? In Australia, does it offer superannuation integration alongside a standard account? The account type determines your tax situation on every dollar your investment earns. Getting this wrong costs you in taxes on gains and dividends that you could have legally sheltered for free. If the platform does not offer the tax advantage account structure for your country, it is the wrong platform to start on, regardless of everything else. Thing 3. Fee structure. The one that quietly destroys returns. This is where Mia went wrong, and it is where most beginners go wrong because fees are disclosed but not always easy to find or understand. There are 3 types of fees to look for. Trading commissions, a charge every time you buy or sell. These can range from 0 on platforms like Wealthsimple in Canada or Trading 212 in the UK to $5 to $15 per trade on traditional brokerages. For someone investing $200 a month, a $10 commission is a 5% fee on your investment before the market does anything. That is enormous. Account fees, a flat monthly or annual charge just for having the account. Some platforms charge these, others do not. For small accounts, even a $5 monthly fee is a significant percentage drag on returns. The fund's own fees, called the MER in Canada, TER in the UK, or expense ratio in the US. This is charged by the fund itself, not the platform, and is deducted automatically from the fund's returns. Low-cost index ETFs typically charge between 0.05 and 0.25% annually. Actively managed funds and certain robo-advisor platforms can charge 0.5 to 2% annually. On a $50,000 portfolio, the difference between a 0.2% MER and a 1.8% MER is approximately $800 a year in additional fees. Over 20 years at compound growth, the difference in your final portfolio value can exceed $100,000. Fees are not visible in the moment. They are silent. They compound against you just as efficiently as returns compound for you. Find them before you start, not after. Thing 4. Investment options available. Does the platform offer what you actually need to buy? For most beginners, the answer is simple. You need access to low-cost, broadly diversified ETFs. Specifically, if you're in Canada, you want access to products like XEQT, VEQT, or XGRO. If you are in the UK, you want access to Vanguard Life Strategy Funds or comparable global index ETFs. If you are in the US, you want access to Vanguard, iShares, or Schwab Index ETFs with expense ratios below 0.1%. Not every platform carries every product. Some platforms are designed for active stock trading and have limited ETF selections. Some have the ETFs, but only in complicated structures that add cost. Before you open an account, search specifically for the products you intend to buy on that platform. Confirm they are available, accessible in the account type you need, and priced as you expect. This takes 10 minutes and saves you from Mia's situation completely. Thing 5. Minimum investment requirements. Some platforms require minimum deposits to open an account: $500, $1,000, or more. Some require minimum trade sizes. Some only allow you to buy whole shares, meaning if a single share of something costs $80 and you want to invest $50, you cannot. For beginners starting small, this matters enormously. Look for platforms that offer fractional shares, the ability to invest any dollar amount regardless of share price. Wealthsimple in Canada offers this. Many newer platforms globally have followed. This feature alone removes one of the most common barriers to starting with a small amount. Zero minimums and fractional share investing means a $50 monthly contribution works on day one. No waiting until you have saved enough to meet a minimum. No partial paralysis because you cannot buy a round number of shares. Thing 6. User experience and customer support. This one feels less financial than the others. It is not. Here is the reality. If the platform is confusing, you will not use it. If you cannot find where to make a deposit, you will delay. If you cannot figure out how to set up an automatic contribution, you will do it manually and then miss months. Friction kills investing habits. Every additional step between you and your monthly contribution is a step that can be skipped. Test the platform before you commit. Download the app. Navigate it without depositing anything. Find where you would buy an ETF. Find where you would set up a recurring deposit. Find where customer support is. If you cannot find these things easily in the first 10 minutes, that friction is going to exist every month you use the platform. Also check the customer support options. Can you reach a human if something goes wrong with your account? How long does it take? This matters when you actually need it. Back to Mia. On her current platform, $9.99 commission per trade, 1.8% MAR on her fund. No TFSA option. She invests $200 a month. Every month costs her $9.99 in commission. 5% gone before the market does anything. Her fund charges 1.8% annually on her growing balance, and her gains are in a taxable account because the platform does not offer a TFSA. On the right platform, zero commission, 0.2% MER, TFSA account, same $200 a month, zero commission, 0.16% less in annual fund fees. Tax-free growth on every dollar earned. Over 20 years at 8% market return. The fee and tax difference between these two scenarios compounds to a difference of roughly $60,000 to $80,000 in final portfolio value. Not from investing more, not from picking better investments, from choosing the right platform at the beginning. The platform decision is worth more than almost any other financial decision Mia will make in her first year of investing. Shift in mindset. 9:15 to 10. Here is the reframe. Most beginners think the hardest investing decision is what to buy. It is not. What to buy for a beginner is simple. A low-cost, globally diversified index ETF. That decision takes about an hour of research and never needs to be revisited more than once a year. The platform decision is different. It is structural. It sits underneath every investment you will ever make. It determines your fees, your tax situation, your access to products, and your ability to build the habit consistently over time. Getting it right at the beginning costs you nothing. Getting it wrong costs you for years. Silently, invisibly, in the form of fees compounding against you and gains being taxed when they did not have to be. You do not need the most sophisticated platform. You need the right one, regulated, with the account types your country offers: zero or low commissions, low-cost ETF access, fractional shares, a clean interface. That platform exists in most countries. Now you know exactly what to look for to find it. Mia is going to fix her platform situation this month. She is going to open a TFSA on a regulated, zero-commission platform. She is going to transfer her holdings. She is going to buy XEQT or its equivalent with a 0.2% MER. She is going to set up a $200 automatic monthly contribution, and then she is going to leave it alone for 20 years and watch what the right foundation does for a perfectly ordinary monthly contribution. You now have everything she did not have when she started. You know to check regulation first. You know to open the tax-advantaged account for your country. You know to find the fees before you deposit, the commission, the account fee, and the fund's own MER. You know to confirm your ETF is available before you open the account. You know to test the platform before you trust it with your money. And you know that this decision, made carefully once, runs quietly in the background for every year you invest after it. The ship gets to the destination eventually either way, but the right engine room gets you there with far more fuel left in the tank. Choose the platform first. Choose it well. Everything else follows from that. Drop a comment below and tell me, which country are you in and which platform are you currently using or considering? I will tell you honestly whether it has what you need or whether there is a better option available where you are. I read every comment. If you know someone who is about to open their first investment account and pick a platform without knowing what to look for, share this video with them now. This is the conversation to have before they deposit a single dollar. Subscribe to Nuella Invests. Every week, we make the financial decisions that feel complicated actually simple. And we start at the beginning every time. See you in the next one.